So every celebration needs sweet treats. So today we're honoring Earth Day with delicious vegan desserts.
Yeah, and here to teach us how to bake with plant-based spring colors is culinary expert Colin Asuncion. Welcome back to the show. Good to see you.
Oh, I'm thrilled to be here. Thanks for having me.
Nice to see you.
Can't wait to dig in.
Colin, a lot of people think that baking vegan sweets can't possibly be as good as ones that have like things like butter and things like that. So, but you say they can actually be better. So what are the key elements to vegan baking?
Yeah, so I always say pick recipes that are vegan by design. So recipes that aren't trying too hard to pretend like there's something non-vegan.
Okay.
Because then your recipe will be a little bit simpler to execute. And then also you're gonna lean into natural flavors like coconut, chocolate, and fruit, and let those flavors sing, and then it'll result in a delicious dessert.
That's fantastic. All right, so are there some pantry items that we should stock up on?
Absolutely. So plant-based milk, so almond milk, oat milk, soy milk.
Love it.
And then to replace eggs, you're gonna wanna stock applesauce and pumpkin puree because those work as binding agents.
Okay, didn't know
and
that.
then also neutral oil, so avocado oil, coconut oil, or canola oil.
Love it. Okay.
Yeah.
So today you have brought this gorgeous spread of treats, and you use natural ingredients to create these beautiful spring colors. So you're first going to show us how to make colored icing.
Yes.
Tell us about this.
We have a vegan icing right here. So this is so simple. It's just icing sugar, a little bit of corn syrup, and oat milk. And then I have these coloring agents here that you might find in your pantry, some natural flavors and natural ingredients. So we have beetroot powder, turmeric, and matcha. And like just adding one of those to your icing can make a beautiful color. So we're gonna start with just a little bit of turmeric.
Okay.
And then we're going to, crust form, but that's okay.
And that doesn't impact the flavor, because turmeric does have a little bit of a flavor.
It does impact the flavor a little bit, but if used sparingly, then it's not too crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, so look at that, a beautiful sort of mustardy
That's
yellow.
a great idea. I
Yeah.
never thought about that. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. All right, so the first sweet that you brought for us is the lemon poppy seed sugar cookie.
Yes.
So let's dive in. Talk to us about this one.
Okay, so this is very similar to sort of a traditional shortbread cookie. The only vegan swap is we replaced regular butter with vegan butter. And we added lemon zest and poppy seeds for like texture and flavor, and then we have that vegan icing on top.
Can I be honest with you? I don't care what's in this. This is really
Oh,
good.
good!
Really
Oh,
good.
great!
The hint of lemon is really nice. Okay, so tell me,
my
did
gosh.
you mix this color?
Yes, so that is actually the vegan glaze, but with butterfly pea powder, and that's PEA, not PEE, for that beautiful blue color. Yeah.
All right, so Colin, how would you customize these cookies?
So you could change the flavors of the dough itself. So you could do different zest, like orange zest, add cardamom, like different spices, or you can make the cookie plain and then throw some jam in the middle and make a sandwich cookie.
That
That would be really good.
Okay, up next you have a blueberry coconut bundt cake.
Oh.
Yes.
Cakes are usually made with butter and eggs and milk. So talk about the vegan substitutes in this.
Absolutely, and I'm gonna cut you some slices while I chat. So this was inspired sort of like
that
by
looks
like a
good,
powdered
Colin.
donut. Yeah.
Right?
And so the vegan, I might make a little bit of a mess.
That's
but
okay. We'll clean it up. We'll eat it.
So we have, instead of butter, we have oil. Instead of dairy milk, we have coconut milk. And then instead of eggs, we use applesauce. So really great vegan alternatives.
Okay.
And then of course there's toasted coconut in there. Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna make a
Yeah.
total mess.
look
But
at
see
it.
how
Okay. That looks
There's
so
one
that
for
good.
is.
And I'm gonna
There's
turn
one
this
for
around
you.
so everybody can see the inside of this
enjoy.
delicious
Oh
cake.
my
right?
gosh. Okay. Talk about, like, I've made Bundt,
What
whatever
you made a Bundt cake
before, but I hate it when they get stuck. So you have any tips for that?
Yes, you know, unmolding a bundt cake is so annoying. It is like the bane of my existence, but with a few tips, you can do it very successfully. So you wanna grease the heck out of your pan. So whether you're using oil or vegan butter, just make sure it's really well coated, and then coat it with a generous coating of flour. That's why you have this sort of powdered donut look. And then, once your cake is done cooking, let it sit for 15 to 30 minutes, so it gets pretty cool but a little bit warm, and then when you flip it over, it should slip right out.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Great tips. This is
so
delicious.
Oh, I'm so glad.
No one would know. Also,
No.
like, let's just
Right?
say, like, you could totally fool your anti-vegan
good.
friends.
Yeah, they'd have absolutely no idea. All right, so
good.
next up we're gonna do a no-bake brownie. So how do you do that? I've never heard of that.
So this is the no-bake brownie, and it's sort of like a chocolate fudge, and it only takes 3 ingredients for the base.
That's it.
So just 3, it's wild. And if you can mix stuff in a bowl, you can make this recipe. So it has cocoa, almond butter, and maple syrup for sweetness. This is a very dark chocolate flavor, so it's like closer to that bittersweet flavor. And then we've topped it with vegan chocolate and cacao nibs for a little crunch.
Oh my God, like I'm in
heavenly.
heaven.
Oh, good. I'm so
You
glad
need
you
a
like
roommate.
it.
You need me to move in.
Sure.
I'll do the
Come on
chores.
down.
I'll do the cleanup. You cook and I'll do the cleanup. I
love it.
What are some ways that we could customize these?
So you could add different inclusions, like you could add nuts to the dough, and you can top it with different things. You could add some flaky sea salt, you could add some more nuts, or, so store-bought chocolate sandwich cookies are usually vegan. So you could chop those up and throw those on top as well.
Oh, no way,
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah.
That's
You
very
just
cool.
have to check,
Wild, right?
check the ingredients.
Check the
Yeah.
ingredients for sure, but yeah, usually they are vegan.
Speaking of cookies, you brought another cookie for us to try. Tell us about these matcha strawberry amaretti
Yes.
cookies. Okay.
Yeah, so these are inspired by that classic Italian amaretti cookie, but I put a little bit of a twist on the flavors by adding matcha green tea powder and then adding strawberry jam in the middle for just a little bit of a different flavor experience.
All right, before I inhale this cookie, I understand that there's a special ingredient in it. What is it?
Yes, so it's called aquafaba, which is, I just heard a gasp, love that. It's basically the water from a can of chickpeas.
So it's chickpea water.
Chickpea water, and then you whip it up and it foams up like a meringue. It's wild. And then you can use that in pavlova, in macarons, or in amaretti cookies.
I loved everything so far. This might be my favorite.
Oh, great.
Surprisingly, I
Okay.
wasn't expecting that. Let's
Excellent.
talk about these cookies that get their green hue from the matcha green tea
Yes.
powder. But what are some other flavors that could work?
So you could do lemon and turmeric would work really well together, sort of like a spiced donut quality. You could replace the matcha green tea with Earl Grey or another tea, and you can of course swap out the jams to really customize it.
Oh, I love it.
Every time I go to eat something else, my question comes up. So let me put my fork down. So our final dessert you've brought us is a plant-based panna cotta with mixed berry sauce.
Okay.
Colin,
Oh,
talk to us, my friend.
So excited for you to try this one. So a panna cotta is like a milk pudding, but this time we did a coconut milk to make it vegan, and then we've topped it with a mixed berry sauce, which has like 4 or 5 berries in there, cooked down with some sugar, and topped that panna cotta off with that.
It's so gorgeous,
good.
Colin. You are so creative.
Oh, thank you.
you for
Incredible.
bringing these incredible plant-based desserts. So amazing.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.